Everybody shake it, baby. Everybody shake it, baby.
It's your girl Monique, and welcome back to my channel. If you're oldie but goodie, welcome back. If you just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. You oldie but goodies see a different setting. You know I'm in my boudoir. I did a video recently showing you my before and after transformation. If you haven't seen it, I'll definitely link it down below. But this video is about one of my other videos about getting lock extensions, and I wanted to give you the full tea about that experience. So I'm gonna get right into it because I have recorded this video a couple of times and I don't want to destroy my phone. You understand? All right, so basically when I found out that you can get that, I wanted to go through this lock journey, but I didn't want to start from super scratch. I did not want to start with little. I just didn't want to go that route, and I found out that you can do it through lock extensions. I was intrigued, so I went on my YT to get the 411 and all the informations about it. I did come across this young lady video that raved about this place in New York. The name of the place is called Napstar. And I did my research on them, but I also did research on other places. I live in Philly. That place is in New York. So, of course, I'm going to look for places in Philly. I didn't find too many places in Philly that did that kind of work, that did the lock extensions. I mean, we do have a ton of places in Philly that do locks, but it's not too many places that actually do lock extensions. I went on a few consultations about the lock extensions here in Philly and a place in Jersey, but this place in New York, I love so many things about it. I mentioned it in my video about the reasons why I decided to take the plunge. Was I love the vibe, I love their transparency, I love the atmosphere, and I wasn't even there. I've just gone by what I seen on the videos, and I really just enjoyed what I was seeing. So I made an appointment with Napstar in New York, and baby, it was the best decision that I've made. So let me get into the specs of the hair. What I did was I got 16 inches in a natural color. The color comes off more like a number 2. And I actually went back there today. So far, I've had the locks in my hair for a month and a half, 6 weeks. And this is my first time going back getting a wash with retwist and a 2-strand twist style. So this is what I got done to my hair. Now these beads, these metal beads that I have on my locks, I sporadically put them on prior to going to the appointment, and they were able to keep them on and incorporate it in the hairstyle, and I absolutely love it. So as I was saying, I have 16 inches in a natural color. When I was doing my research on YouTube, I made sure a lot of people give you different tidbits and information and tips and stuff like that. And one thing that everyone kept saying was the lock to hair ratio. That is really important when you're thinking about the sizing of your locks, because if you have thin hair, you don't want to have small twists and then have this big fat thick lock on there, which would cause tension, problems, and hair loss down the road, possibly. Not always, but possibly. So in the back of my hair is really thick and long, and the top of my hair is really thick, curve. But around my around the front of my hair, as I've gotten older, the hair has thinned out a little bit, and so it's not as thick as the top and the back. So I try to keep all those factors in when I did my sizing. So the size that I chose was small. I actually wanted to get the triangle parting, but the person that did the triangle parting wasn't there that day. And you have to forgive me if I keep looking that way, because I'm looking at notes here and I'm looking at notes there. Sorry. So I got what they call the back box stack parting. So what they do is they do the parting where it's stacked on top of each other, but so that when it falls, it lays flat and it falls in between parts, so it doesn't look as kind of spacious, you know what I mean? In total, I have 72 locks. Right now with the 2-strand twists, it does make them seem a little bit shorter. And I also have like a bantu knot and rubber band at the end with this particular styling that I got. They kind of hang here on me. But I will insert a picture here to show you the length of it when I first got it done. Let me turn around so you can see what they're looking like in the back. I hope I'm in frame. So I always make this joke about the video, and in my videos when I'm talking about hair, about being short-necked and short-waisted. So on me, the 16 inches is really extremely long. Some of them actually hit the lower part of my like mid-back, not near the butt, but mid-back. For the maintenance of my locks, when I first got the locks, honestly, they were very, very stiff. And I actually had a little hiccup during my first couple of weeks with the locks. Only because if you ever gotten a haircut and you have the little snips of hair left on your neck or your face, you start itching. Well, if you ever... when you get the locks, they have to cut off little strands of hair that might be sticking out. And what happened was that since my scalp is super duper sensitive, the little snips of hair landed on the scalp, causing me to itch, causing like a little hiccup and problems. The product that I was able to use when it came to the itching and my lock extensions is this right here. That's the Mango and Lime No More Itch Grow Spray. It does say on the packaging that it's safe for locks, braids, and twists. And please do your research. I'm just telling you what worked for me. I'm not recommending it for you, but that worked for me. I have a sensitive scalp and my joint was itching. Okay, it was itching so bad that I actually called Napstar up, almost dang near accusing them putting some mixed breed hair in my hair or something like that, because the way I was itching, it was crazy. Eventually I figured out why my hair was itching the way it was. When I say that they have nothing but professionalism there, I really appreciate how they conducted themselves and how they were able to help me with that situation. I did like I said, the locks were really, really stiff when I first got them done. They recommend that you don't wash your hair for the first 6 weeks. So the first couple of weeks, them things were stiff. But on my research with YouTube, everybody recommended that you spray and mist your locks to hydrate them. And that really, really helped with making my locks pliable. I used this misting water bottle, not to super saturate the hair where it's dripping wet, but just to moisturize the locks. I put plain water in there, and I also use 2 of these products, which I'm sorry about the glare, but this one is the rose water with glycerin, and the second one is the white rose water. I mixed equal parts of each, and I was misting my hair with that in the morning and at night, and it did make a big difference of taking my lock extensions from being super stiff and abrasive to being a little bit softer and pliable. They didn't get super soft. Now that I had finally got my hair washed, now these are really pliable and softer, so they're definitely softer than when I first got them done. Next is the maintenance that I put on my actual scalp, which is oils. Prior to me getting locks, I always use this oil. This oil is safer to use with my locks, and that is the Wild Growth oil. The other two that I use is the Jamaican castor oils. This one is the lavender scent. This one is the extra dark. And I put that in the applicator tip to keep my scalp oiled. And the very last item that I'll show is this one. Is called the Hair Cleanse by Mango and Lime. It's just something you're supposed to use like dry shampoo, but this is for locks, for that in-between time to help with odor. I did lose a total of 3 locks. 3 locks fell out prior to getting my hair washed and retwist. Sometimes that happens. They were able to reattach those 3, but when I did get my hair washed, 4 more fell out, so a total of 7 of them fell out. But 4 of them fell out right there at the shop today, and they were able to put those back. Sometimes that happens. That's one of the reasons why they don't want you to use conditioner so early into the lock extension game, and definitely not to wash it prior to the lock. I mean, before the 6 weeks, because those are things that can happen in your journey. Yes, I had a couple of hiccups in the journey, but would I change my mind? No. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Sis, what did you pay? At this particular place, like I said, what I loved about this particular place is that they're transparent with their pricing. They have their prices right there listed. This is what the price includes. This is what all intel it takes. Yes, this includes the hair, the twist, the wash, blah, 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 blah. My fee was $1,300, and that was because of the length of the hair that I chose. I chose a natural, and everything that I entail, that is why I paid that price. Would you pay that price? Yes. If you got your full whole head done in that length with my color, yes, that price would be for you as well. They have their prices set there, but if you want to get a style, of course, it's extra. If you want a particular type of parting, it's extra. They're transparent with telling you that prior, not waiting until you get up in the chair and they do it, and then they side swipe you with some extra costs. Am I happy about my extension locks? Am I happy with my decision to do it? Absolutely, yes, I am happy with getting these lock extensions. I feel like I should have been did this. I have nothing but, even with the little hiccups that I had, the itchy scalp and some of the locks falling out, I have nothing but good things to say. I am truly loving my journey, but I know that I'm still in the beginning stages. Yes, I have locks and they're locked and they're in there, honey. They in there. They're not going to fall out like that. You don't have to be super gentle with them. But sometimes shit happens, you know. I do understand that my hair still has to go through its own locking journey. With the lock extensions, my hair has to bud, it has to expand, it has to shrink, and that's a part of the process as well. I think that was basically all the information. I wasn't trying to make the video way too long. If I didn't mention something in the video that you had a question about, please leave a comment down below. If you want another update in, say, about 3 months or 6 months, definitely let me know. If you're thinking about doing a lock journey, do your research. And it's one more thing that I wanted to say. I really appreciate you guys giving me the encouragement and the wonderful messages about, girl, go and get your locks, girl. Go and get your locks. And I can truly, honestly say that I am happy with my decision, even with my hiccups and stuff like that. Know that I am still learning the hair. I'm still learning the locks. I do hydrate the hair before I go to bed, when I first wake up. I sleep with a satin sleep cap, because, you know, it's certain things that they forget to tell you, sis, like, you might not be able to wear sweaters no more or hats anymore, or unless they lined with satin or something like that, because you know your locks can catch up on that lint. Did you know that? It's certain things that they forget to tell you, okay? So thank you so much for watching. Please comment, rate, and don't forget to subscribe. And like I said, if I didn't answer a question, definitely leave that question down below.